Opening. DAR King ESS black screen. Low wind. Distant bell. London. 1605.no streetlights. No electricity. No noise except horses and boots on wet stone. At night, the city disappears into darkness. And in that darkness, secrets move freely. Pause. On one cold November night, a single spark almost erased a nation. Act 1. A divided kingdom. England wasn't peaceful. It wasn't united. It wasn't safe. It was afraid. Religion ruled everything. Not just prayer. Not just belief. Jobs. Freedom. Life. Death. If you worshiped the wrong way, you could lose everything. For decades, Catholics had been treated like criminals. They paid heavy fines. Their churches were destroyed. Their priests were hunted. Some were tortured. Some were executed. Families learned to whisper their prayers. Doors stayed locked. Trust disappeared. And slowly, anger grew. ACT 2. The men who decided enough. A small group of men met in secret. Not soldiers. Not generals. Just ordinary men pushed too far. They believed the king would never change. Laws would never change. Life would never change. Pause. So they decided the government itself had to disappear. Not protested. Not negotiated. Destroyed. Act 3. The idea. The House of Lords. One building. One room. On opening day, everyone important would be inside. The king. The nobles. The bishops. The lawmakers. England's entire brain in one place. If it vanished, the country would collapse, and chaos would follow. In chaos, revolutions are born. That was their plan. ACT 4. The CLLAR. They rented a storage cellar beneath Parliament. Quiet. Hidden. Forgettable. Perfect. At night, they carried barrels inside. Slowly. Carefully. Each one filled with gunpowder. Heavy. Dangerous. One mistake, and they would all die. Still they continued. One barrel. Then another. Then another. 36 in total. Enough explosive force to level the building. Stone would crack. Glass would vaporize. Bodies would disappear. History would split in two. Act 5. Guy Fawkes. But someone had to stay. Someone had to light the fuse. Someone who accepted death. That man was Guy Fawkes. A soldier. Calm. Disciplined. Experienced with explosives. He didn't talk much. Didn't smile much. But he believed completely. If the mission succeeded, England would be reborn. And if he died, it would be worth it. Act 6. The wait. Days passed. The barrels waited underground. Above them, politicians walked freely, laughing, debating, planning laws, completely unaware. They were standing on their own graves. Pause. Fawkes guarded the cellar every night, listening, watching, breathing the smell of powder and damp stone. One stray spark could end everything. Yet he remained calm. Act 7. The letter. Then something changed. A letter arrived. Anonymous. Short. Strange. Just a warning. Do not attend Parliament tomorrow. Nothing more. No names. No details. But enough to create fear. The message reached the king. He didn't ignore it. He ordered a search. Act 8. The search. Soldiers entered Parliament with torches. Boots echoing. Shadows moving across walls. They searched rooms. Closets. Hallways. Nothing. Then, the cellar. One guard noticed something strange. Too many barrels. Too neatly stacked. And a man standing beside them. Calm. Silent. Watching. ACT 9. The MONT. He had matches in his pocket. A fuse prepared. Everything ready. Seconds from history. Pause. If they had arrived 5 minutes later, England might not exist the same way today. But fate chose differently. He was arrested. The fire never lit. ACT 10. TOR. They took him to the Tower of London. And there, mercy disappeared. He was stretched on the rack. Bones pulled apart. Muscles torn. Sleep denied. Pain constant. For days. Until even his signature looked broken. Eventually, he gave them the names. ACT 11. The executants one by one. The conspirators were captured. Trials were quick. Sentences were brutal. Hanging. Drawing. Quartering. Public. Crowds watched. A warning to anyone who dared challenge the crown. Act 12. Legacy. But something strange happened. Instead of disappearing, the story survived. Every year, fireworks filled the sky. Bonfires burned. Children wore masks. Effigies were thrown into flames. People celebrated the day the government survived. November 5th, remembered forever. ENDNG history calls them criminals. Terrorists. Traitors. Maybe they were. Or maybe They were desperate men who believed destruction was the only path to change. Pause. Either way, for one night in 1605, England balanced on a single match, and the world almost changed forever. OUTRO, Vale's signature. This is Vale, where the hidden past resurfaces, and history isn't as safe as it seems. Fade to black. Low hum. End.